Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. It is with great joy and great gratitude that I come to you once again. At this moment, the rhetoric is always the same. There is no need to change it. The time is to pay attention inward, to pay attention to your walk, to your moment. The time is not to believe or disbelieve what is said in your external world. The time is to look inside, to see yourself fully and truly. There can be no judgment, there can be no criticism for every step taken by your soul, and not by yourself. Does anyone criticize, judge, a baby when it starts to discover the world and plays where it shouldn't? No, you just teach him not to play there anymore. So always see yourself as babies who make mistakes, do what they shouldn't, do wrong things. But the big moment is for you to realize, as you are not actually babies, that attitude, that thought, that gesture was not good, neither for you nor for the whole. Understand, a soul's journey towards its evolution is not just about believing it will evolve. The journey consists of learning, transmuting and understanding the entire journey. Each moment of your soul's life, whether on this planet or on any other, corresponded to an era, to an age, where customs and habits have nothing to do with today. So how can you want to judge your soul for a time that you, with your present consciousness, will never understand what it was like? The energy that reigned at the time, what was done across the planet. So why the trial? And I say more. Many of the things you learned. This is wrong. This cannot. This God punishes. This is not allowed within your belief, and so on. Many things were not created by God. They were created by men. First with the intention of pulling you further and further away from that loving and powerful Father, Mother, God, because the more you felt fear and bowed to this God who punished, who tormented you, the more you would be saved. Where exactly is the opposite? There is no fear, there is no punishment. There was never one from Father, Mother, God. So you judge yourself to this day for things that shouldn't be judged. But the big moment is now. It is the awareness, the insight that each of you have right now, to live it fully. Living in this third-dimensional world is not an easy task. It is not a task that anyone can fulfill and come out on the other side, just as they entered. Impossible. Lessons, learnings, free will are part of this dimension, and it entails all sorts of imbalances in yourselves, mainly by moving away from Source. You separated from Source. They came to believe that they are worms, that they are useless, that they are inferior, sinful, dirty, and that God the Father, Mother would never love them without judgment. So I say to you, there is no judgment. Every action performed by every soul on this planet, whether in the era it was in, was a lesson to be learned along the way or has not yet been learned. It doesn't matter. It's a lesson. And each of you have the confidence and ability to perceive these lessons. Many still don't realize why. Because the ego is still screaming too loud. When you calm your egos, take strength from it to tell them you are always right. You will come to see the lessons, because they are there in front of you. But you don't see them, because the ego doesn't allow. I have nothing to improve. I'm wonderful, I'm perfect. So says the ego. And you board this canoe, trusting that it will take you very far. But I tell you, the canoe is punctured, and in a while, depending on the size of the hole, you will sink. And then, you will have to solve the problem of how to get out of that place. Because it was your ego that took you there. And now, how to get out? At this point, you will have to stop and think about the solution. And you will learn to be more careful in the canoe you take to board. My brothers, this is a moment of interiorization. Don't pay attention to what happens out there. How is the rest of the world? Interests you? Will the rest of the world help you fulfill your lessons? How is Gaia? What happens to Gaia that will help you fulfill your lessons? What happens to my friends? To others? What happens to your friends and others? Will help you on your evolution path? I answer no to all the questions, because it is exactly you looking inside yourself for what has to be healed and improved, which will make you evolve, not the surroundings. So why worry about the surroundings? The sole aim of every soul on this planet right now is to look at themselves. It's seeing what still needs to be improved, what still needs to be effectively done, so that that walk is faster and more productive. Do you know what you need to do? Have you ever wondered? At what points do you still need to improve? At what points are you still slipping, without literally learning the lesson? So I say to you, the time now is to discover these points. It is not to look outside, is looking inward. Forget about the outside world, because everything that happens around you will reach you according to your vibration. So if you vibrate worry with what's out there, you're not vibrating properly, and you're going to attract exactly the same frequency that you're vibrating, that deep down is just one thing: fear. Now if you ignore the surroundings, if you start sensing yourself internally, you are just vibrating that, and the surroundings cannot reach you, because you are vibrating high. You are vibrating love. You are vibrating love for yourself, treating yourself, taking care of yourself. And this love, however selfish it may seem, is full of light, and for a love filled with light, this light expands to those around you. So realize that in addition to you helping yourself, you help those around you. But if you start paying attention to the whole, to the outside, you will not vibrate this light, neither for you nor for those around you. So forget about the outside world. The time is for each one to find their paths, find their pillars of support. It is to increase more and more those pillars of light. so that they can be immense and emanating of light. Forget the outside world, you will still hear a lot. And things I'm going to say won't be easy to hear, and you'll be afraid that everything we said was true. You will doubt. So why worry about the surroundings? The surroundings will not help you in your evolution. On the contrary, the surroundings are doing everything to hinder you. So the time is to look inside. The time is to self-analyze and heal whatever it is that is still not good in its path, without the ego interfering. Accepting your own mistakes. Accepting that you were always beings who tried to hit, and trying to get it right. They missed. But today, at this time, you are privileged to have an expanded awareness and to be able to understand, to be able to look at each problem and see the solution, and change, and move. Forget the outside world. If you feel that too much is being said, that is shaking you, wait for the next few days. It is now a choice for each of you to vibrate with the energy that is being emanated from the whole, or to continue vibrating your energy. Keep vibrating your walk, regardless of the surroundings. Because rest assured, if you are vibrating high, that environment will never reach you, because its vibration is very low. News, conflicts, illnesses have an extremely low vibration. So if you vibrate high, if you know yourself, if you heal yourself, you will never attract this vibration. Now, if you stop to listen to what the surroundings have to say to you, you will match its vibration. You start to vibrate what it is emanating. So it's each one's choice. Do you want to emanate what comes from the surroundings, or do you want to worry each one about yourself? Think about it. Think that you can reach places you don't even imagine. But for that you have to free yourself from the surroundings. Only that. It doesn't take magic. It doesn't take a lot of wisdom. It just needs to focus on what you actually want. Peace be with you. Thank you for watching.